Merry meet and welcome to Witchy Wednesday here at Ariel's Corner. This is Ariel Gatoga, and we are streaming live on YouTube. Moderating today for us on this lovely Wednesday are the lovely I Am Her Eminence, the lovely Shirley, and the lovely Deline. Thank you so much, moderators, and thank you so much to everyone for joining us today. Please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Check out our website at arielscorner.com, arielscorner.com. If you'd like to become more active in our community, you can find the links to our Discord server and our private Facebook group in the headers and footers of every page of that website. You can also find a little donate link in the footer of those pages should you want to send a donation. If you prefer to send a donation but you want to do it on PayPal, you can go to our portal at paypal.me/arielgatoga, paypal.me/arielgatoga, or on YouTube you could use a super sticker, super chat, or super thanks. We do appreciate your support. You can find our shop at arielscornershop.com, arielscornershop.com. We also have a podcast hub that you can find at arielspodcasts.com. We have a chat thread going right now, so please chat amongst yourselves. And if you have any questions for me, you can put them right in that chat thread. We also have a premiere at 11 a.m. Pacific time in just over 40 minutes from now. So I'm going to do my best to keep this very simple and straightforward so we don't run over. Today we are working on the second pentacle of Mars. I would like to get all these pentacles colored at some point or another. We've done quite a few of them, but we have many to go. So this is very commonly used to protect against disease, and I thought that would be good since there's a lot of flu and stuff going around. So I thought we would make a second pentacle of Mars, and I will put a petition to protect the health of all viewers on the back of that. Today I'm going to be just coloring it with basic Copic markers. You can use any alcohol markers you like. Copics do tend to be a little expensive when you buy them, but if you have Copic markers, they're actually the cheapest thing that you can use because the ink refills are very inexpensive. All right, let's get started here. I think today I'm going to mostly use reds and maybe a little bit of orange. And then instead of using green for the complementary color, I think I'm going to either use a blue-green or a blue. So we'll see how I feel. All right, let's get started here. I think instead of doing, I think I'm just going to leave I left this line art dark gray. I didn't lighten it up too much because I knew we wouldn't have a lot of time today. So I'm just going to get my markers in order here so we can get started. All right. So we've got, I'm going to put these over to the side. I don't think I'll need them. I should have been a little more prepared on this end of it. I thought I was. 29, 27, 24. There we go. All right, now we're better. Okay, this is a nice light red. It comes out kind of pink. That's fine. And see, I can just color straight over these, the words and the Hebrew, because I'm just going to come back over that with a gel pen later on. Like I said, I think I'm going to use a blue, maybe a blue-green. I like that complement. It pops really well, but it doesn't have so much of a Christmas feel to it against the red. Although this red is so light that it actually comes out rather pink. But we'll darken the overall talisman up soon. I just want to get this outer band done first. We can always add more color to it later. I did take the time this morning to weigh my markers and refill them so that we didn't have any accidents of me running out of ink, which sometimes happens when I forget to do that. Yeah, so these markers, the Copic markers, are wonderful, but they are super expensive unless you get them on sale. But the one good thing about the Copics is you can buy fewer markers and mix them to make other colors. And like I said, once you have the markers themselves, which they can be between $5 and $7 a piece, which is, I think, kind of expensive. But once you have them, they last forever. And the replacement nibs are super cheap, and the refill inks are really affordable. So you get, when you refill them, it's less than $1 a marker. It's like 98, 90, or 80 cents a marker to refill. And it lasts quite a while, depending on how much coloring you do. But those ohuhus are an inexpensive option. The only problem is that those some of those colors don't really work together as well as with the Copics. So sometimes you have a lot of extra colors that you don't really need when you buy them in those sets. With Copics, I don't buy them in sets. I just buy them marker by marker as I need them. Okay, this is fine for our base coat. All right, let's see. I think what I want to do with these plain ones is I want to go a little darker with those. And I think I'm going to stick with all red. But let's do this. What is this one? Let's just go maybe like this to start with on these triangles. And there's nothing that says that when you do your color magic that it has to be anything special. Just getting color on the page is all that matters. It's really all that matters. You don't have to do any kind of artistic anything. Just blob some color on the paper that you feel that color has the right vibration, and you're good to go. That's very activating in the deep mind. So don't ever feel like you have to have some sort of special talent or anything. You don't. And the other thing about talismans like this is that they're not meant to be framed or kept. They're meant to be torn up after a while. So I love that about talismans and color magic. Is the end goal is to rip it up eventually anyway. Takes a lot of the worry out of it. I think a lot of people when they grow up, it's just like with singing. We've a lot of times kids are told that they can't sing or they don't have a good voice, and then they never sing. And it's just, to me, that's kind of a form of abuse, I think. And the same thing goes with art. It's like, oh, you colored outside the line, so you can't draw, you can't color, you don't have any artistic talent. And then they grow up believing that, and then they don't, enjoy their lives. So I'm just putting this light red on these triangles to start with. I want to just get enough color down so that if we have to end the stream, the whole thing is finished. And that way all I can do, and then I can just kind of take any time that we have left to make it more fun. And that's why I love to use the markers on these videos, because they are fast. I really love colored pencils. That's one of my very favorite ways to color, but it does take a good amount of time to do colored pencil, especially if you want to do a nice looking colored pencil, because you go layer by layer by layer by layer, little by little. If you press too hard, it's not as pretty. It's better to put layer upon layer, but it takes 10, 15 times as long to get a decent color laid down with colored pencil as it does with these markers. So, plus they show up a lot brighter usually on the screen, so they're great for the video shorts. I think even with this, I'm gonna. Do I want to? This is gonna be a little dark. I'm going to just start with all of this. Yeah, just start with everything. That's the other thing, too, about these markers is they layer really beautifully. So you can blend them. You can blend colors. if you're doing it while the marker is still wet on the page, and if you let it dry a bit, like a minute or two, you can layer it with itself or with other colors to create different shades or different colors. So now I only am working with reds today, but we could easily layer other colors. And that's another great thing for if you're trying to save money and you want to get into the markers, you could layer something opposite on the color wheel underneath one of these markers to create a darker shade. So that's another thought. So if I had a bunch of green or blue-green markers and I had a bunch of red markers, but I didn't have any dark red markers, I could put some blue-green underneath my darkest red marker and make it a little bit darker, or some green. I think I've shown you that before. Okay, that'll be fine for now. Okay, now let's do, I think what I want to do here on these outer ones is I want to just maybe do some bit of gradient here, but dark gradient. I think I want to do within each one of these, I think I'm going to make a little Don't take too long, Ariel. Don't go over. It's the worst when the premiere starts and I'm still coloring, not paying attention to the clock. Oh, it happens occasionally, not as much as it used to. And when I first started out, I had 2 premieres going on at once, too. I'm like, what? What? What did I do? I'm just kind of playing with these colors a bit. I think I'm going to put some orange in here. Well, I think I'll do it this way. Just bring these up a wee bit higher. Push this color up a wee bit more. That way I don't have too much orange. But please, you can do all kinds of stuff with your color magic. You don't have to worry about, you're not going to get graded. I could have gone in. I could have gone in. Should I try to go in? Maybe I should. I don't know what I was thinking. I think this makes more sense. Okay, then I can put this color here. In fact, let's do it this way. Oops, let's put this pink back up here. And then I can put the orange on top of it and show you. We can sort of glaze it a wee bit. That'll work. Just give it a little something extra. Because we love to be extra around here. Okay, don't spend too much time on this, Ariel. It's fine. There we go. I'll put a little blending coat on top of that. Okay, that'll be fine. Just a little orange peeking through. Back to what we were doing here. I'm kind of going onto the line a little bit, and I'm not too worried about that because I can fix that later. Did I go too light? I did. Let's do a little bit darker here. Fact. Probably don't even need. What is this? This is 7. Did I go too? Oh no, I was right the first time. These are so similar. I should have brought a different shade in so that there would be more gradation, but who cares? Ooh. Did you see the splatter? That's what happens when you uncap these too fast. In fact, I don't really need to keep uncapping them. I can just leave them the way they are. It keeps it from not being so dangerous. Let's do this. As long as you don't keep them uncapped for long, long periods of time, they don't dry out. It's fine for when you're just getting started, just doing a project. And it saves your clothes from being splattered. Oops. Let's take this up a wee bit. Did I get it? Where's my other one? Oh, here it is. Okay, and let's get a little blending coat on here. Okay, this is taking a lot longer than I wanted it to. Where are you? Here you are. Of course, we really are supposed to be focusing our mind on our intention, which is protection from disease or martial health, the Mars version of health. Oops, wrong marker. Color on the page. If you're already sick, you can still petition Samael, or use whatever Mars concept of Mars you use to heal you. It's just sometimes it's hard to do magic when you're not feeling well. And that's one time it's good to have a helper or somebody that you trust that does magic that might be able to help you on those times when you don't feel, oh, I keep doing that, don't feel good enough to do it yourself. We all have times, when it's nice to have somebody to help us. Little flames. Okay. We're getting there, little by little. How are we doing on time? Oh, we're fine. We're fine. Don't get too complacent, Ariel. Stay on the ball. Little flames. Little martial flames. One more to go. Here you are. I'm blending from the darkest color up. Sometimes I go the opposite way depending on the effect I want. I don't really care about having some sort of smooth gradient with this because I like the idea of little flames. But if I wanted a real smooth gradient, sometimes it's smoother if you go from light to dark because you're sort of priming the paper with your light, so you have more alcohol on the paper. And it's just the alcohol itself that causes the blending. So if your paper is wet enough, it'll blend together. You don't really need to do too much manipulation. Although if you watch a lot of these YouTubers, they will do a lot of manipulation, but I find that it works best if you just let the blending fairies do it for you. Okay, that's good. I went a little far in on that one, but that's okay. It's not like flames are that symmetrical. Darn it. Hold on a second. I gotta get my cap. I'm gonna cap all these markers up while I figure out what we're doing. This is the dark one. This is the medium one. This is the light one. Okay. So I really splattered, but that's okay too. What's this one? This is R20. That's the really light one. That's the one that I did. Let's do this. In fact, let's do this. I'm going to just put some orange in here. Around this circle. How are we doing on time? We're okay. I'm going to put some on this side too. Then I'll come in with and zap it with some red. Now, if we really wanted to blend it, we would do little sections at a time so that the ink was real wet, but I don't care about blending it because I want that sort of martial. I won't say chaos, but activity. That martial activity. Let's do the medium. Oops. See what this does. That's nice. Rawr. That's the energy of Mars. Well, actually, it's more the sun, isn't it? Because it's the lion, but grr. We want some care, but we want to make sure that we're not being so careful that it's losing the energy, right, of the Mars. Okay, that's awfully pink. Let's do. That's okay. Let's just go back with this light pink again. Why not? And a lot of people will give Aries in candle magic the color pink as the astral color. And it makes sense as long as it's a light red, not a fuchsia. So as long as it's an actual light red color and not a fuchsia color or a magenta. Because that's really more of a purple. A lot of people call different colors pink that aren't technically pink. All right, how are we doing on time? Let's do a little more here. This is 29, 27, and 24. Let's do this 24. Oops. I can get all this done in 5 minutes. Yes, I can. Going with some faster ideas here. Time are we at? Hurry up, hurry up. Still have a petition to do. Okay, I think we're close. I just have to letter it. Okay. The problem with this is these gel pens. It's okay, I'll go right to left, so it should be okay. If I'm not done, I'll just end the stream and finish it and upload it. I'm going to upload it as a short anyway. You can download the booklet that has all these in there, and also instructions, and tells you all about what all these things mean inside these. You can download it for free on my website. I don't have the URL for the Solomon Pentacles memorized, but I'm sure one of the moderators might be able to find them. If not, just go to the main website and check under free booklets, and then look for the booklet called How to Work the Solomon Pentacles. Now, we don't have any wax on here, so it's safe for us if we needed to still work with these pens if we wanted to add some more or something. I don't think we need it, though. Let's just... Plus, we don't have time, Ariel. Time. Time is a real thing in this dimension, unfortunately. To watch that clock. Yeah, I got my wrong scissors. These are those scissors for cutting big things, big, tough things. Not paper. I might normally trim a lot of this off, but I don't have time for that today, so we're just going to let it be a little messy. Okay, now let's just get this petition done. How are we doing? Oh, I think we're going to be fine, believe it or not. Okay, we're using the Coptic script because that's technically the Marshall Samael script, although you can use Theban, or you could use Passing the Rivers too. They're pretty. But it just says, protect the health of all viewers. Please protect the health of all viewers. Oops. Okay, we're going to redo that. I just totally was talking and wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. Never mind. Coptic script. Here we go. Do it for real this time. And this doesn't go right to left. It goes left to right. Is this out of ink? We're going to make it work. I thought I had inked this, but I guess I hadn't. Come on, you've got enough in there to make it work. Okay. That will do. Can you believe it? We are on time. That's actual magic right there. When I do coloring on my own, color magic on my own, or just coloring for fun, I lose all sense of time though, and I can go hours and hours without even recognizing that the time has gone by. And so that's what I have to guard against when I'm on these streams, if I have something going on afterwards. Which usually I do because it's on Wednesdays, and Wednesdays are busy days. Okay, let's put this here for now. Get our pentacle up here. Ooh, almost lost coffee everywhere, but I didn't. There we go. Okay, I'm going to put the petition upright on this one. And let's, before we do that, where's my, some perfume. Oh, it fell. Hang on. So I'll perfume the petition. Okay, let's just do this. 1, 2, 3. I'm using honeysuckle. And then I'll put the pentacle on top of that. And then we'll light a candle. Just using an LED, but you can use whatever. And there we have it. Good health. Okay. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much to the amazing moderators. We're going to be late. I'm closing down this stream. Blessed be.